Well, now there's been action galore during the week, and a lot has been going on around you. But the one thing that you probably missed was the bodybuilding championships. We'll talk about that for in one moment. First, I have to look at the messages that are coming in on that shoe, the one that Kiptum Kevin was supposedly wearing, and it's supposed to get you to win the marathons. The question was, do you think that shoe can get you to break the world record or to win marathons? And a good number are saying yes. Well, that if it's light enough, then it makes you faster. John also says that I don't think it's a shoe, but maybe the wearer of the shoe. A little bit philosophical in that answer. Another answer, well, another comment is that not a shoe can make you win, but how you use the shoe might make you win. Keep them coming at Bernard_sports, at KTN_sports, and at Wilfred Bungay. We are talking about bodybuilding. There was a bodybuilding championship in Eldoret over the weekend, and it was really colorful with a big number of entries in that event. We couldn't get everybody into the studio, but we got some of them here. The first runners-up, Wallace Ragu, is here. And also the organizer of East Africa Bodybuilding Championships, Kevin Juguna, is here. Let's start with Kevin. First of all, thank you very much and congratulations for organizing the event.
Thanks.
But what was the motivation? I understand it's a second one. We didn't hear much about what happened last year. What is the motivation for this?
So basically, first of all, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay.
So the main goal of the owners of the event, which is the Rupa's Fun Health and Fitness Center, is to make sure that they revive the sport with the aim of also making sure that people also not just focus on bodybuilding, but mental health wellness
as well.
Yes,
but you're talking about reviving the sport. From the pictures I've seen, it doesn't look like a sport that was dead. There's lots of good bodies there. There's a lot of athletic people, sporty people who have been training there.
Yes.
Why are we saying the sport is in revision? Why are we reviving it?
So reviving because everything was at a standstill. So the first edition, which was held last year at a similar time, that was like now the trigger to make people that make people aware that we are here and we want to make sure that people recognize bodybuilding as a sport.
Correct.
So the attendance was also good, but not...
You know, these guys were asking me questions here in studio, these camera people, they don't know these things. If they remove their jackets to show you their bodies, I don't know what you would do to them. You probably put them in a gym for the rest of their lives. But what are the categories for competition that we had in this one?
So they will range. There is for women and then there's for men.
Yes.
So for men, it's based on their weight.
Okay.
So there are weight classes ranging from bantam, there's lightweight.
Well, so you had a myriad of classes. It wasn't just a few classes.
Yes.
And then of course you win in your category, and then the others win in their category, and then they all come now to compete for the overall prize.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Wallace was there as well. Yes. And Wallace, you were bragging much earlier on that what was the position that you took?
I was the first runners-up.
Okay, first runners-up.
Yeah, in the overall, of course.
In the overall,
that means I won my category.
Yes.
That's why I made it to the finals.
And what was your category?
Welter.
Welter?
Yeah. So
how does a welter compare to a heavyweight, who I'm assuming is the one who won? I mean, I'm looking at the biceps. I don't know whether it's a shirt that is small or it's the muscle that is challenging the shirt. If you put your bicep up, like what does it look like? Look at that. So again. No, keep it that way.
Yeah, I wear normal
clothes. Wallace, keep it up a bit. Keep it up. I really just want to get it close because people might imagine that those pictures were fake, but this is the real muscle that is out there. How long does it take then for you to be able to build a muscle like this? For you, how long has it taken you?
You know, most of the time when people ask me that question, because I don't like discouraging them, sometimes I tell a white lie.
What is the white lie? Let's start from the lie.
I can tell you.
I love lies sometimes.
I can tell you 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3, which is a lie.
I don't want to discourage.
Okay, how long does it actually take now when you go to the truth?
The first time I ever curled a dumbbell, a concrete one.
A dumbbell, you have to tell our viewers the dumbbell is the weight that you take on the biceps.
That was 2008.
2008?
Yeah. So you can do the maths. How many years are those?
Do the maths. How many years?
Let's
just say a long time.
Just shocked. I thought there was
no. Ken, there's no hope for you. Ken. All hope is dim.
Absolutely.
So it takes a long time.
Now,
people also say that the sport is expensive because you've got to eat healthy, you've got to subscribe to a gym, and you've got to be disciplined in the gym.
Yes, it is expensive. But then again, when you look at some of the people who say it's expensive, over the weekends they go to bars and they spend like 20,000.
Are you talking about Ken? Or you just
You go to bars?
No, you just said something.
Very rare.
I
go to the bar, to the milk
Rare.
bar. Yes, I do.
You go to the bar.
To the milk bar.
bar.
Yeah.
To the milk bar.
Yeah.
Milk bar.
So it is expensive, but at the same time, for me, I can say maybe when you're going for competition, that's when it becomes expensive.
Yeah, because now you're
eat,
preparing.
Yes, you have to eat chicken breast, but the other time you just eat beans. Like today, I just ate although I'm recovering from the dieting I was doing, I just ate a piece of rabbit meat.
A piece of rabbit
meat, yeah. And some
My friend,
black beans.
where are we going to catch a rabbit? So, no,
There's a
Ken,
lot of
you're not going. Even if even if you eat 2 rabbit pieces, you will not go
I
like him.
think he ate a whole rabbit.
No, you will not go like him. Listen.
Yeah.
How do I want to ask this question? What is your normal diet on a normal day when you're not in competition? And what is the diet when you are in competition?
Now, on a normal day, I can wake up in the morning, have 2 slices of Weetabix.
Okay.
You know Weetabix?
Yes, yes. That's
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
Yes.
Weetabix with milk.
And a cup of milk.
Okay.
A cup of milk.
Yes, that's my morning now, my breakfast.
And 2 eggs.
But
you can let them know the
mostly
time.
we call it meal 1. We don't have breakfast, lunch. I don't know.
You just have the
Dinner,
number of
supper.
meals.
Yeah, we have meal 1, meal 2, meal 3.
How many meals do you have in a day? 4
to
meals.
5.
4 to 5.
But they are not big meals.
Okay.
You know when you tell people.
So meal 1, 2 slices of the cereal, and 2 eggs and a cup of milk.
Yeah.
Meal 2, which comes about how many hours after?
That meal 1 is mostly my pre-workout meal.
Okay, then you go to
So
workout.
I go to the gym, and then after the gym, I can have 5 egg whites.
5 egg whites.
Yes.
So you remove the yolk.
Yeah. I can have like two with yolks, like whole eggs, and then
what's the rationale of the egg white and not the yolk?
Now, because you see, you are trying to avoid the fat.
Okay.
You don't want to become too fat in your season because it will take you long to diet down.
Oh, okay.
To get that ripped physique.
Oh, I see.
So you don't want to get too fat.
So sometimes when people make a mistake and eat the yolk, they end up not having muscles, but they have
no, you'll have
mass.
muscles, but now with the fat as well.
So 5 egg whites.
5 egg whites. Sometimes instead of the egg whites, I can have a protein shake and a banana.
A protein shake and a banana.
Protein shake, yeah. Protein shake is they get it from the milk, the whey protein. Yeah, that one.
These things you're making them at home or buying them in a restaurant?
No, you buy.
Buy them. Okay, let's go to meal. We are now in meal what?
That was meal 2.
That's meal 2.
Because I'm already so full.
Meal 2. By the way,
meal 2 is now.
Is that meal 2 or meal 3?
That's meal 2.
That's meal 2 after his workout.
Oh, we
meal 2
after his workout.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to meal 3 now.
Then that's after my workout. Then at lunchtime, which is meal 3, whatever mama cooks for me is what I eat.
Okay,
See,
but you
it can be ugali,
but not sukuma wiki.
Sukuma wiki is always there when you want
it's an
the
accompaniment.
digestion.
When you say sukuma, you mean a vegetable?
Vegetable,
Must
any
be a
green
vegetable.
leafy vegetable, we eat it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
very important by the way.
No, I like the fact that you know you must eat at mama's place, because otherwise if you are putting on muscle and you're not eating at home, you'll explain where you are eating. Let's go to the next meal.
So the other one, maybe you can have what you had for breakfast.
Okay.
Maybe another Weetabix. That's for me. That's
Again,
what
2
I do.
slices.
Yeah, 2 slices.
And 2 eggs.
Yeah,
Four.
milk. Yes. And then at that's meal number
4. Yeah.
Then meal number 5. Again, whatever madam has cooked in the house.
That's now for dinner.
That's
in the off
I think
season.
that meal number 5 and the other one is just for sanity in the family. you have to eat at
because
home.
by the
Whatever
way,
is prepared there.
yes, of
Otherwise,
course.
if there's no sanity there, you'll be told in no uncertain terms that even those muscles of yours cannot put food on the table.
Because now when you're dieting for a show now, that's when it becomes expensive, because now
when you're preparing for a competition.
Yes, for a competition. Yes. Because that time, chicken breast, when I buy chicken breast, you can't go there eating chicken breast and your kids are not eating.
You're telling them to eat.
So you buy chicken breast, and on the side you buy them and other pieces of kuku.
Okay.
Maybe the leg or the whatever.
Yeah.
See.
Otherwise they'll wonder which kind of father this one is.
You can't do that. So it becomes expensive.
No, I want to see. I want to see what the body looks like after those meals, and then I want to know how long then you're doing this for competition. How long are you taking this? We know it's taken long for you to prepare, but now to get to that competition body that we were seeing just now, how long then?
It took me 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if you have a video of my
No, we just have a general video of everybody who was there.
There's also one of his.
I would have loved you to see mine, because I was extra lean. I had even striations on my glutes.
And the glutes is
the muscles of the buttock here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was so lean until
it's called the glutes.
I had like
Glutes, okay.
yeah, but
Well, maybe we'll get to it as we continue along. So, you faced competition. Where was the biggest competition? From the Kenyans or from the Tanzanians? Did we have Ugandans as well?
Five nationalities.
Yeah, of course it was from the two
From his
Tanzanians.
category, it's your category was the Kenyans.
Yeah.
And then at the finals was the Tanzanians.
But
yeah.
where would you say the biggest competition was as an organizer?
Category, that was where the biggest competition was. But now towards the final, now it was more of the Tanzanians, because the Tanzanians, when I looked at the finals,
What was your category? Because we have to look for that video. It was welterweight. Is it on YouTube? Can we get it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think it is there.
On the welterweight category.
welterweight,
If we search on the welterweight category,
Yeah,
maybe we
you'll
can
get
find
it.
it.
You'll get
Okay.
it.
Okay. If we search by name, can we find it? No.
Just check
Have you uploaded?
Keep Fit with Nico.
Keep Fit with Nico. So
Yeah,
let's check that out
that's
then.
the
Keep
guy
Fit
to
with
go
Nico and see whether we'll find him there. So you're saying the competition, biggest competition?
so along all these categories, it was just among Kenyans. But when it comes towards the heavyweight, that's where now the Tanzanians were dominating. And that's where he now went to face them head to head.
Okay.
Yes.
And couldn't beat them on at that level. I'm assuming whoever won to get him the runners-up was bigger in size and then well-defined as well in muscles.
Yes. So what I would say that is when it tends to go towards now the finals, now the size
Size becomes important.
It becomes important. But in terms of conditioning, I would say there's nobody who brought the best package compared to what he brought. The best.
There was a ladies. There was a ladies section as well.
Yes.
Where did most of the ladies come from?
There was most of them was Kenya and Tanzanians.
So they are training very well.
Yes.
Now listen, this is bothering me a bit. What happened to the bodybuilding? Do you have a federation? Are you affiliated to anybody?
So there was a federation, but once their term was almost over, there was no office. So right now, that's why even the sport fizzled out and died.
So you organized the championship. You didn't have to get any permission from any federation of bodybuilding. Is there any plan to have that federation back? Is bodybuilding an Olympic sport? We've got world championships for bodybuilding as well, and I'm assuming the Kenyans would like to enter that as well.
So bodybuilding is not an Olympic sport.
It's not. It's weightlifting.
Not regulated. Yes.
But we had organizations before for bodybuilding.
Yes.
And they took bodybuilders to world championships. I remember very well because I'm a fan of bodybuilding.
Yes. So what I would want to say is that I would want to kudos or pass some appreciation to now the owners of Rupas. They're the ones who took this initiative. It's only that now. It's only that now they invited me as the owner of Rolling Total Fitness because I usually have.
That's our man there, isn't that? That's Ragu. Is that you now? Yeah. So well-defined muscles, of course, in your category there, right? And it looks like in your category you are the best. So those are the muscles you are talking about. The one at the back there. The one that currently looks like a root of a tree.
So what have you painted yourself with? What have you oiled yourself with?
It's called posing tan.
Posing tan, eh?
Yeah, it helps.
You went so quickly.
It magnifies the muscle.
Brings
it
out
makes you
the
darker
definition.
and it brings you a shine.
Gives you a shine. And the shine helps the muscles to come out more.
Yes.
Okay.
In terms of international competition, now the Kenyans and the Ugandans have come. Are you also going to get exposure for Ragu here, probably elsewhere as well, so that he can compete against the best?
Like last year, we gave people opportunity to also travel abroad, but that was not realized. But
what was the problem?
Our head judge, who came from the UK, because that is one of the things we wanted to implement, professionalism. So we wanted to expose our athletes to international standards. So that's why we got a judge from abroad. So we were affiliating our bodybuilding to NPC rules. So we were using the rules that are used in NPC.
What does NPC stand for?
NPC.
We'll find it. All right. Okay, fine. But it's international standards,
yes,
I presume.
It's international.
Are you going to affiliate yourselves to any international body? Because I can assure you, if you have to go for competition outside, you must be affiliated to a body, either here or in the UK or in the US. The bulk of the Kenyan bodybuilders, previous ones, are out there in the US, are out in the UK, they're out in Dubai, all working as fitness instructors. There was a void in there that was left, a space. And now you're filling that space. But without an organization, how are you going to then export this talent out?
You see, bodybuilding here has been individualized, unlike some of these other sports where they have a federation which holds these athletes' hands until they're able to make something out of the sport. So bodybuilding, people will work out, they'll get these physiques, and it's up to them to see whether they will branch out to different, get other opportunities by either being a personal trainer or maybe getting endorsements. Because I would say back in the day, our bodybuilders were not exposed. So this was just something they used to do out of passion, just for fun, and a few because of fame. But now, with this current age, bodybuilders are becoming a bit commercial in the sense that once they've built their physique, they want to gain something out of it. Either they'll want to affiliate with sports brands, whether it's apparels, whether it's companies that make supplements or gyms.
Yeah, so but that would be a little bit limited, wouldn't it? But I've seen world championships where world bodybuilders are there. How are we going to send Wallace there? Is Ragu there? That's my big worry. How are we going to do it? Okay, let me make this question easier for you. We had national championships before. We had the Mr. Carnivores. There was one that used to go to Mombasa and all that. What can you do to be able to bring this back?
It's through forums like this, that's what I was mentioning, the owners of, the management at Troopers. We are working hand to hand, hand with them, just to make sure that we're able to pool sponsors, pool, the fitness enthusiasts, create that good fan base to make sure that we're growing the sport. So once we get good traffic, it means now we're able to expose these athletes better. And it's through that they'll be able to now, basically just lift the sports and have more of these events, because you see right now we're only holding one event per year.
Okay.
But you see,
how many events would you like to hold? Maybe 3, 4? And make one a national finals event? So maybe because now we have counties. So could you go the county way and have different events at counties and then have a national championship?
So I was discussing with the management at Troopers, and they're saying that this event is outgrowing Eldoret, because the first one we held it in Eldoret, the second one was in Eldoret. And the crowd was big and the tent was full. So they are thinking of doing they're thinking of doing 2 competitions. One is more like a preliminary, just to make sure we're getting the cream, the top cream, and then having a finals at Nairobi.
Okay.
So that will be making it 2 shows.
Can I something you want to say?
I'm just wondering, Bernard. This is sounding very, very local. Imagine a situation where there was a federation that was liaising with other federations out there, a federation that was being financed by government, because government does finance federations which are affiliated or which are in compliance with the Sports Act.
I'd like to mention, what would happen? I'd like to mention that we brought a lot of people on board, including sports. Our sports, the Minister of Sports, we had invited.
Did he come?
Namamba. He didn't come, but he
sent. You should take these bodies to his office then.
Yes.
If he doesn't come and show them there.
So he didn't come.
I think he must have been busy, but I'm sure he would have been coming for this one.
At least your privilege, he sent his representative.
Okay.
But you see, the moment you expose, and you see this is something we're doing that is at a private. It's not the government that is holding it or a federation.
That's
but once he's able to grace this occasion and see the effort we're putting in, as as individuals.
I agree with you. I think we're all talking the same language. Let me turn then to Wallace himself and ask him, what would you like to see happening to the sport? Because he's the athlete himself, he's probably feeling it. You as a gym director might be looking at the commercial side of it, which we're not talking about at the moment, but for his sake, what would you like to happen?
I would like what you just mentioned. The people who organize for a show here, it shouldn't just end here. Like when you are the winner, maybe even if you get the prize money, they should at least organize for you and to go and compete abroad, where maybe you can now get more challenge there outside there, you see, because you have already won here.
Yes, correct.
So why should you then again just sit and wait for the same competition next year?
Just an idea.
That exposure.
Why can't you have a Mr. Nairobi, Mr. Mombasa, Mr. Kisumu, and then we have Mr. Kenya? Because that is what used to happen before. If you're going that direction.
Mickey Ragos.
But now, you know, without a federation.
I believe it all starts somewhere.
It starts somewhere, correct,
So
I agree
because
with
of finances,
yes,
we cannot afford to have all these events. Considering that this Mr. East Africa, we're trying to do it differently as compared to other events that are just held once and it's just the main D-Day, come and compete. This one we've been doing workshops and trainings where we have a team that goes round to all these countings you mentioned.
To scout.
Correct.
To scout and also to help people prepare, because it's a natural bodybuilding contest.
Yes.
So it's to talk about nutrition.
It's a what?
Natural bodybuilding. Natural.
So you're not using supplements at all?
They're using supplements.
Okay.
And we are not advocating for any use of banned substance.
Okay.
So it's
Did you
important
test?
to... Yes, ADAC, we brought ADAC on board.
Oh,
so they've taken
that's
samples,
nice.
so we are waiting for the results.
Okay, so let's hope that Wallace's results are not going to say something different. There's somebody who's sending me messages from the gallery on the other side. They're being very naughty. They're asking whether you have a girlfriend. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't show any more muscle.
I want them to hear this loud and clear. Even though I don't have a ring, I'm married. I'm married.
He said he eats food from mama.
And
You know,
from
like
mama.
I have
Twice a day.
Yes. That was the message.
And the
enough.
children,
What else do they
and
want?
the children
Let's
who
leave
get
them alone.
pieces of
There was a women's competition. I wish you could see the women as well and the competition they were having. As we get to see the women, let's look also at what we have for the weekend. If you just allow us to go into the fixtures, because we've had a very good conversation. There's some fixtures of what is going to happen over the weekend, and Ken has them. We start with the locals. Harambee Stars is going to be playing. It's the international week, so there's no Premier League fixtures. They're all playing international.
Yes, it's international rest weekend. So Monday, Harambee Stars are in Antalya, Turkey, playing against Russia. That's coming recent after the last they lost to South Sudan the last time out.
So Harambee Stars will be playing
in Russia. Yes,
no.
In
Russia.
Turkey,
They're playing
in
Russia
Antalya.
in
They're
Turkey,
playing Russia
yes.
in Antalya.
Okay.
Then on Sunday in Angola, the Starlets, the FIFA under 20. The women's, now they are playing the second leg in
that's the FIFA Under 20
in
Women's World Cup.
Luanda.
That's the second leg.
Okay.
They won the first leg 6-1. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then on Sunday,
That's the one. So let's move on now to the next one. What's the next fixture?
Sunday we have the AK organized cross country.
Well, the cross country
in
is going to be
Machakos,
Machakos,
Machakos Country Park,
Okay.
People's
It's the
Park.
first Athletics Kenya cross country event
Yes,
at the
that's
Machakos People's Park. Okay.
And then we have of course, we spoke about them, the Rugby World Cup quarterfinals. Saturday we have Wales, Argentina, Ireland, New Zealand. Sunday, England, Fiji.
It's going to be a big weekend. Wallace, do you play rugby?
Big
Have you ever tried it?
No, I wouldn't ever try.
Okay.
Because
Do you support any team in rugby?
if you hurt yourself there, you forget about curling and sporting.
So England is playing Fiji. Now, this is a big match altogether. Remember, there are some Fijians who play in the English team as well. In fact, one of them was injured and probably will be ruled out. But France and South Africa is the biggest match so far.
This has to be the biggest.
Okay, the three-time champions and the former defending champion and all that, they are going to be turning out to each other.
The host
nation.
France is the host nation.
And the country is big in terms of sports, and they're following this in a big time.
This would have been a nice final.
So what's going on Sunday?
And then we have the ICC Cricket World Cup.
No, there's still rugby on Sunday, isn't there?
This is Sunday.
Is this Sunday?
This is Sunday. England, Fiji, and
so here's the Cricket World Cup. Again, it's another World Cup. Now, Wallace, I'll tell you, when India is playing Pakistan, that becomes a holiday in that place. It's
in
a
both
massively big fixture. They're eternal rivals, politically and also in terms of sport.
And they play from 11 a.m. You need time to watch that game.
No, cricket is one of those games that is played all through the day. Okay. Well done then. Is that it for the weekend?
Yep,
I think we can make a date on our diaries. I just got a note as well from Kisumu. Bobo Wino is asking, are those bodybuilders natural or have they used some mega mass to make the muscles? They want me to ask you. I don't know what he means by mega mass, but
mega mass is a very old supplement from
Joeda. It's a supplement, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And it's mostly it contains carbohydrates and sugar. In fact, it's not a good supplement if you were to ask me. Yeah, because just carbs and sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are better off just going buying rice and
eating madondo and all that. Okay. You forgot the New Delhi half marathon, but it's there as well. Okay. So that's what I was asked to ask you.
Yeah.
And Bob also sent me a tweet saying, promising rising stars, I strongly believe will make history of first ever soccer women team to take us to the World Cup. He was also commenting on Bandari. They saw bad things, El Nino rains in coast. It cost their coach Muhyiddin his job and had to look for services of former Sofapaka. Well, that's an opinion. We are Gor Mahia 2, FC Leopards nil on our way to retaining FKF PL. Now, that's still an opinion from Bob Owino, but we've got them all tucked in there. So, Wallace, your last words to anyone who's listening to you about the sport. What would you like them to do for you?
What I would like them to do for me, like you see, the organizer of this show, where he made it reach, like the winner and awarding. I'd like for the government now to come in, if there is a way that they can help. Now for these competitors
but
who
you need to have a federation.
Yeah,
not that Ken is misleading you.
Yeah.
The government does not fund federations.
Yeah.
But if you are in a federation and you're going to a world event, the government can actually help you to go there. You see, and maybe that's what you should do. I think you probably should explore first of all the possibility of reviving the whether it's a federation or an organization, but having something like that. Because right now it's just an event organized by your gym, isn't it?
That's a private thing.
Yes.
It's a private thing. Yes.
But even in this private thing, when are you bringing it to Nairobi?
So next year.
Next year.
Of course, it's an annual thing.
But look, we've got October, November, December.
You see, you also have to give the athletes time to recover, and then at the same time prep for the next
and
year.
Also the organizer is like he's just a person who loves working out.
Yes.
He's not even making money from these shows.
I'm on your side in this. You know,
It's
I'm trying to think
me.
if you had another event in December, you got another big check.
Right.
It can take
right
us
now,
to the next
honestly,
year.
right, for me and the prep that I do,
Yes.
I don't think I can do more than 2 shows
in a year.
In a year. If I have to do more than 2, they have to be within a month.
Or together.
Also, you prep
Yes.
for
so that the prep is the same.
Together.
And then the other
Maybe
thing,
2 to 3 weeks apart.
And then the other thing, there are also other shows. Like there's one that might, happen in December. And then around March, between March and May.
Small ones.
Yes, small ones. And then there's like now one for amateurs. They target amateurs. They want to now help these upcoming.
Yeah.
You see, us now we're targeting all, including.
Would you call him a professional or an amateur?
Professional.
He's a
He's
professional,
on an
okay.
advanced level.
Okay.
You'll never see him participate in these other shows.
In these small ones.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having come to talk to us about it. If I tell you I used to work out, you will laugh. But
You want me to hit another one?
Yes, please, as we wind up. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing another pose as we wind up as well. This is what we had lined up for you. It's not a most muscular pose, but it's the biceps.
No, right now, I've been eating a lot. My six-pack has disappeared.
But we'll use that for closing our show as well as then we'll be flexing for us to show us the muscles that he's got. The biceps are the ones that are most visible. We got the triceps as well,
so
but we won't see the abs.
And you're so knowledgeable when it comes to bodybuilding.
I was working out. I told you I know.
Okay, which camera?
This one.
This one.
Yeah, don't go for a most muscular because we won't even see the chest and all that. But that one. So well then, we have to stop there today, and we have to thank you very much for having kept us company. This has been Scoreboard. We've brought you into the game of bodybuilding and all around the world of sport as well. We hope to do this again with you next Thursday. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming, and goodbye for now. Thanks a lot.